as we transition from fall into winter, the water temperature is going to be dropping. Conversely, today the river is rising. It's up. You can see we were out last week, and you know we had it around 5 feet at the Harrisburg gauge. Right now we're going to hit 7.2. So it's got this river up a little bit, and you can see eddies like what's right here on the ramp, gathering those leaves. A little bit muddier, but the water temperature is dropping. As the water temperature drops, you need to downsize your baits, because what happens, and I'm gonna show you a bait that I was using just middle of last week, you know, the scented jerk shad. That's a 5-inch, right? And I'm gonna take that off today, because what'll happen as it gets cold is they grab the back half, and you feel that fish moving with it, and you set the hook and you get the elastic stretching, and you're like, I got one, and then you reel it in and it's, oh, it got off. Time after time it gets off, it gets off, it gets off, and you're just beside yourself. You know that they're eating. Downsize. So what I'm switching today, I'm taking off the 5-inch version, and I got a couple other baits here to show you with examples, but I'm gonna put on, there's the 4-inch version of the scented jerk shad. Just that little, an inch matters, you know, just that little change from the 5-inch to the 4-inch is going to equate to more fish landed. Let me get this guy on there, and then we're gonna take a look at 2 other baits that we need to downsize in order to actually capitalize on the bites that we get today in this cooling off water. This is the larger craw. This is a great bait for clear water. It's a mouthful, but I don't want to throw that today. It's too much. I could see him grabbing hold of this and just running off with it, and I'm going to downsize. I'm going to use the TRD craws instead of the full-size craw. With this little finesse jig, I have the shorter trick shots worm on there. A lot of times, you know, look like a Helgramite or a Mad Tom, or give it a big mouthful, you know, I'll get the longer one. But I'm changing from, I think that's the, I forget what the length is, but you go with the shorter one. I think this one says what? The bigger one's 4.2.
And then the smaller one's 3.5 or 3.8, one of the two.
Yep, you got it, Jake. So downsizing is just a critical part of, as the water temperature drops down. Smaller, 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 smaller. You can catch them on tiny, tiny little hair jigs come January and February. That's what you want to be doing, small stuff.
So this is going to be my starting point for today. Here's a couple different baits I'm going to be using. These are all Z-Man plastics, and these are the TRD ticklers. I have one set up on a Nico rig, a regular Ned rig head, a couple of them, the TRD mini hogs, and then I have a couple rigged up weedless if I'm throwing into an area with a bunch of leaves and stuff.
That one interests me.
Yeah.
Which head is it?
That is a Z-Man Bullets. I think it's a 1/4 ounce.
I would tie that on.
Yeah?
Yeah. But you got some interesting other ones. I mean, this, not that.
Yeah, you're going to that one.
I'm just curious. This is not something I would have normally. You got a lot going on. You got a little blade there.
Yeah.
You got this weight here. That's going to lift it up off the bottom a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe dance around right in their face.
So
let's see you catch something on that.
The water's a little muddy today, and that's why I put this little blade on the back of there. This is one of the Z-Man blades that they make for their plastic. Yep. It's just, you know, it's like a needle. You punch it in there, and it comes, you know, just kind of sticks out. Gives it a little bit extra flash. What I'm looking for there is that nobody else is doing this. So if they see that little bit of flash, and they've seen 15 other Ned rigs today, you know, they might eat that one. And then the other aspect is that this is going to keep it up off the bottom because it's the Tokyo rig.
Oh, in the Tokyo.
Yeah. I think I said Nico before, but it's a Tokyo rig.
Okay.
So
let's give it a shot.